Live long and prosper. Wanna say hi? Wanna say hi? Oh, he's just such a handsome boy as you are. Wanna help spread some love and awareness? Oh, see, he stops and gets the flowers. If he can do it, we all can do it. So, today I just wanted to kind of take a step. You stay in there. Cats try to jolt. Just kind of wanted to talk about, like, go through the garden and show the lemongrass. I showed this before, but I got a little more advice on what I can do with it. What I think I'm going to do is turn it into essential oils, which is something new for me, but kind of excited to try it. Gives me something to do. I don't need his hat on. Sorry about the hair, it's long. I know I'm going to be getting a haircut hopefully soon. But yeah. So I figured I'd come outside and bring people with me, ground a little bit. I was out here the other day. It's hard to say I need to start writing down what I feel like I need to talk about, because there's always so much that I have going through my mind all the time. But I guess I can start off as when I was a kid. I mean, I kind of did talk about before in the past, like, kind of getting to know me, and I just want to get more depth about that. I'm trying to get better at articulating my words a little bit better, so I'm gonna get back into reading again. I have a bunch of books that I just stopped. I carried them with me every time I got, ran off from a town, or that's hard to explain, but yeah, when I was a kid, well, in my pictures, at least from what I remember, everything seemed all dandy and happy. And then as I got older, things just started to change. My mom was dating a guy that was just very abusive. He was my brother and sister's dad. Like, I'm an only child between my mom and my dad. And she had children with another guy, and then she lived with him for like 11 years. But he was pretty abusive. And I didn't find out till later on that he was doing like crazy stuff to my mom and stuff like that, and that's why she didn't leave right away. And that's why I always tell people it's okay to be scared, because some of those big jumps are hard to do by yourself, especially, the rest of my family. I mean, my mom was looked at as a black sheep, so was I. We could clear rooms over in a room at a family reunion. Nobody ever wanted to hang out or talk, or they probably thought we were weird, but we were also looking back at them, and some of the stuff they were doing was weird. Like I don't even want to get into that. That's only judgment by it at this point. I don't want to judge. They have their own things going on. So, but back on track here. My best friend growing up was probably my Aunt Carrie. She was legit the black sheep of the family, and I loved hanging out with her. She was the only one that would help clean a room out when we had our family reunions, and then we'd sit there and just laugh about it. It was always fun. At one point, when I was going through the foster care and trying to find a place to live, I did live with her. It's just my family didn't like the idea, because she was taking the child support that was supposed to go to me and actually giving it to me. She was the first person where I could actually, she let me get my own cell phone. Like, she let me paint my room. She let me have my own room, which I never had before that. I was always sleeping on the floor, or didn't have a bed, or I had a bedroom at certain points, but didn't have a bed. So I got used to sleep on the floor, which you'd be surprised how comfy that gets, actually. You learn to, I guess, adapt to some of the things that you do and don't have in life, and that's just something you get used to. Sorry. But yeah, so my Aunt Carrie, she's probably my best friend. She'll always be my best friend. She's like a mother to me, to be honest. I have pictures of us, even when I was a kid, dancing, me and her having a great time, and the little time I did have with her, well, she's obviously not with us anymore, but I think that she was just as misunderstood as I was, but what I think is that she felt trapped, like her fire had been doused. Just like if you put oxygen on fire, it's gonna make it just go out and suffocate it. And I know that frustration because it's hard to have a voice when it keeps being put down, like keeps shoved under the carpet. And like my Aunt Carrie, she was bi, like she was everything that my family did not like, along with me. So like hearing family members after finding out what happened to her and be like, well, she was just a drug addict, and no, you are saying with the family, no, that's not what it was. I lived with her, like she wouldn't even smoke the devil's grass with me when I did back then. Like I asked her and she said she had to keep post and watch over the kids and stuff like that. So it's, you know what, no. It's just like I knew her on a different level. And even if she did have a problem, I wouldn't judge her for that. Jeez, my hair looks like a rug on my head. Here, hold on a minute. Okay, now I got a monkey on my head. So, I don't know. It kills me because like at a certain point in my journey, you do feel like it hurts so bad in the stomach that you keep being shoved under the carpet. You have to keep changing jobs because people don't understand my mind track, and my mind does not fit in with the rest of society. Like I don't agree with a lot of the practices that are done out there, especially in the medical field. I genuinely feel like people just don't care, and that's not somewhere where you shouldn't care. It's not just a job. It's not Burger King. It's not any of that stuff. It's someone's life. And a lot of these people, like, they're easy to please. You just gotta know and listen. Like my Aunt Carrie, she's a beautiful soul. I feel like there was stuff going on that I didn't know about, and I thought for a while there that I even messaged her before something happened and was like, hey, I'm sorry if I did something. I don't know what I did. I miss you and blah blah blah. But I look back at it and I can only assume, which we know is what they say about assumptions, that the day that they took me away from her, which was my grandparents, the only thing that my grandparents were worried about was getting that extra cash to pay off this new house that they had. It would have been all. It's a hard, complicated story. But I remember coming home from school and my grandparents were already pulled up, and I walked in and they were all arguing. And my aunt and her husband, which was a jerk, they're yelling, and I don't think my Aunt Carrie knew what to do or say, but they were like, leave your stuff here, put your phone down, grab your stuff, like you won't be living here anymore, you're gonna go back to Rockwood with, your grandparents. And then all I'm hearing is like, I don't know, like I didn't have a voice. All my life I didn't have a voice, and it literally got me nowhere. The only thing that got me through life was my job and myself. I'm actually surprised with all the stuff that I've been through. I'm still alive today, which I'm grateful. It's one of the 3 things I'm grateful for. That and new relationships. Grateful for new relationships, the new family, the help that I'm getting. I'm very grateful for it. I'm still young, yes, but I did a lot between the age of 15 and now. Rather it be working, it was always 2 or 3 jobs. Like my W-2s, I still have from my first job, like this thick. And it's always not because I just didn't like where I was working. I liked variety. I liked to be busy, and that's what kept my mind going. I just thought maybe if I did that, then I wouldn't have to deal with, I guess now, the symptoms of autism, or trying to fit in, or trying to make things work, which is very rough and frustrating, especially going this long without being diagnosed and not knowing, and just thinking that I am the problem. And you also have I had a lot of people tell me that I wasn't worth saving, or if I wasn't this or I wasn't that, I'm not here to take care of you. It's like, I never asked you to take care of me. 1 second. I only try to keep these videos at 10 minutes, but give me 1 second.